Hi, I'm Brian Hicks with Northern Utah Property Management and Real Estate in Ogden, Utah. We specialize in helping property owners like you manage their property with ease and efficiency. Did you rent your property 4 years ago? Have you increased the rent in the past few years? Keeping rents low is a common situation for longer-term tenants, especially with rising market rates and inflation. It's essential to handle rent increases with care and clarity. Today I want to walk you through with how to explain a rent increase to your tenant. First, you should acknowledge the need for a rent increase. When explaining a rent increase to a tenant, make sure they understand it is a necessary response to external pricing factors and not a personal decision. You can say, as you know, cost of maintenance, insurance, taxes, and utilities have increased significantly over the past year. We want to make sure the property is well maintained and rents stay within current market rents, which have increased over the past year. Next, let the tenant know the amount of the rent increase. You can say, after reviewing current market conditions, we have found several similar properties renting at $1,500. Since your property is renting at $1,300 a month, we feel an adjustment is necessary to bring your rent more in line with the current market rent. For longer-term reliable tenants, consider offering a renewal rate below the market value. You can say, we appreciate you being with us for the past 5 years and are offering you a renewal rate of $1,400, slightly below the $1,500 market average. A $50 to $100 discount is well worth it considering you may have vacancy and turnover costs. Before we move to the last 2 points, if you're feeling overwhelmed with day-to-day operations and rent increases, you don't have to do it alone. Reach out to Northern Utah Property Management and Real Estate. Let us free you of the stresses from your processes and manage your property with total confidence. After you've had the initial chat, be sure to follow up with a formal letter. The letter should clearly state the new rent amount, why it's changing, and the exact start date of the new rent. The letter could sound something like this. We've reviewed our current property costs, and on X date, your new rent will be $1,400 a month. We appreciate you understanding as we adjust for the local rising expenses. Always give your tenant a 30-day notice before the rent increase takes effect. If a tenant expresses concern over a rent increase, offer flexibility. Let them know you can work out a payment plan. Maybe they can pay rent on the 5th of the month and then the rent increase on the 10th of the month. Do this for the next 2 months while they work it into their budget. Rent increases are never easy, but by being empathetic and honest, it will go a long way to keeping great tenant relationships. How do you handle rent increases? What are the challenges you've faced? Tell us in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for future property management advice.